feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, Daniel. That's taken in by Henderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive.
Out there, quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Taken down at the 40.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Daniel. He gets it to die outright.
Daniel.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
10 at the 25-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Daniel. Caught left side, Gilmore.
Daniel.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Daniel. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
You know, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
For the Miami field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now.
16.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Oh, some strong running. And now look at him go. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there just before halftime. 65 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back to throw. Matthews. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Florida. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. The Gators going to line up and go for 2. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short On there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniel. That's caught by Jackson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Daniel, right side catch, Gilmore. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it there to die, but it'll be 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Daniel. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Daniel. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
For the Miami field goal, a 53-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Who wants some?
And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. A big play there as time expires in the first half. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. The Gators going to line up and go for 2. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. The drive will start with an option going left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. He'll have a first down past the 40. Powering his way forward. There he goes, left side.
How you like me now?
And he is in. Touchdown, Gators. How about that? Their quarterback, 73 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
The Hurricanes take over 1st and 10. at their own 31-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense. Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game, because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Draw play, Langford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They'll try and run right on the option. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On second and 1, Daniel. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. From the red zone now, Daniel. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
They are not ready for
10.
us.
And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't. Under pressure, and down goes Daniel.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
Brandon, that's the third time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for...
And he is in. Touchdown Gators. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. They'll try the left side. It's Woods. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after them now.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Daniel. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. On 1st down, Daniel throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 10, Daniel again. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's in. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. 10.
Come on, bring it, baby.
And he will score. It's a touchdown. Well, everything right now going wrong for this crew. A chance to put 3 on the board at least, but it winds up being blocked and returned the other way.
And any hope they had, likely gone at this point. You might want to think about clearing the bench a little bit, letting some other guys play.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football, you often find good running lanes.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick, obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Back to the air. Daniel on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Daniel on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
No, sir.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This may be one of those games as a quarterback where you just want to go home, draw the curtains, get the ice cream out of the freezer, stay home till Wednesday.
Yeah, but I wouldn't advise that because if you stay home till Wednesday, the backup's going to have your job on Tuesday. All right, so I would say get out of bed, but I understand the sentiment. What a tough go for him. Defense, active all game long, foiled everything he tried to do, and then finished it off in a big way.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And makes the the score.
So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the two-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Florida. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The Gators going to line up and go for 2.
Point conversion.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, they can catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Let's get off the field. 31.
From the shotgun on 3rd, Daniel. This is caught by Jackson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
At the 48-yard line.
Daniel on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Throwing again is Daniel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. From midfield, here's Daniel. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They snap it to Daniel on 4th. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And that's caught by Beasley. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way.
The quarterback is sacked. Fumble on the play.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Florida. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. The Gators going to line up and go for 2. From the gun, Matthews. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. A really solid performance against a ranked opponent as they add a big win to the left-hand column.
Want to talk about a story that's making the rounds, and that's the Heartbreak Kids and their indelible bond. Once again, taking college football center stage at the championship game later on tonight. It has been truly amazing and truly inspirational to watch this amazing journey that these kids have been on from start to finish to this point, showing off their character, their grit, their determination, their heart has been on full display for all of us to behold. And I normally don't say this, but I, for one, will be a Heartbreak Kid in spirit as they take the field in this big game tonight.
A season's worth of Saturdays all comes down to this. The final in New Orleans, home of the Mercedes-Benz Superdome and the 2020 College Football Playoff National Championship. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida Gators. Here we go, the matchup we've been waiting for. Buckle in as we are off in the College Football Playoff National Championship from New Orleans. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
1st and 10, Florida. Fighting through, he's got space. Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Of 12 brings up 3rd down.
It's a 5-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Well, after winning the national title last year, this team has been so focused.
As you said, getting back to a national championship, the starting quarterback for the entire last year, Randy.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. From the gun, Matthews, and that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Florida. Lincoln Smith there to make the grab. And the Gators have taken the early lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Well, I guess the opening drive touchdown wasn't enough. They wanted 2 instead of 1 on top of that.
Look,